MovieWeb.com.
Your character basically helps John Doe. It liberates him from his body and helps him communicate with the outside world. Can you talk about like learning how to do the phonetic spelling and you know being patient? I mean, what was that process of preparing for that role?
There's many things. I prepare. I met the person. I met the speech therapist first. I met one locked-in syndrome at the hospital where we were shooting. She wasn't as much as Jean-Dominique Bobby, but she couldn't move. She was sitting and almost kind of saying a couple of words, but it was really, really difficult for her. And I prepare myself, like it's really technical work. You have to learn the letters perfectly. At the beginning of the shooting, you have to know like a song, like you can do it. And I just had this idea about the fact that she is, while I was shooting, I just had to imagine Jean-Dominique Bobby. This is the worst and most complicated thing for me because he wasn't there. Mathieu wasn't on the bed, so I was alone with the camera, and I had to imagine everything. So it's really demanding and challenging, but really fun.
Can you talk about the actual filmmaking part of it? Because Matthew was saying that, you know, the shots we're seeing is the cameraman, like the cameraman's feet, and he's holding the camera. So you're here performing basically to the still camera or the cameraman.
Yes.
What was that like?
For an actor, I would like to say it's really interesting when we have that kind of experience. Even if it's difficult, you're happy. And mostly when the film is great, as I think this film is. And but I had to be really concentrated, really focused, and I had this pressure about the fact that all the beginning of the film, all this information about the letters, and it's something that's going to the first, all the film, you have to know the letters things. And she's the one who introduced to the audience. So it's very important. So you have to be precise. It just, like, for example, all the emotional scenes were not the most difficult because it's less technical when it's emotional. You can make mistakes, but it depends of the actors. Like for me, as an actor, I love having someone in front of me, not knowing in the morning what's going on, how I'm gonna say that line, and when you're working with a camera, you have to control everything and control your rhythm, and be really, really precise, because from the A to Z, it's you. It's you. There's no cut on the other person. So it's, but it's a great opportunity. I'm so happy I'm very happy because I remember when Julian Schnabel wanted me in his film. At the beginning, he didn't know which part he wanted me to play, and I wanted to play that girl, even if I knew from the top that it would be so hard. But it's fun.
Talk about how what you saw on the set and what you read in the screenplay, how it differed from what it showed up on film. What were you not expecting, and how did Julian really influence that, do you think?
Oh my God, I think all the film is Julian Schnabel. Like, it's his heart, it's his art, it's his heart. It's all Julian. I told him when I saw the film, the way, the beauty of everything. And I think, like, when I read the script, I was afraid of this POV, because I was asking myself, if, like, there's no other films like that. There's few films like that. Like, you don't see the hero till the half of the film and hear him and having his point of view. It's so rare. So I thought maybe it's impossible to do that. And I trust him because I saw Before the Night Falls, and I saw all his films and his painting work. But when I saw the film, it was a shock for me. I didn't expect so much beauty. I didn't expect that.
And so that wasn't really in the script at all whatsoever?
Yeah, the script is so amazing, but you have to have someone like Julian to do something like that. Because otherwise it could be, the story is really dark. The story has a dark side, and it's in a film, but the lightning of the beauty and the poetry and the sense of humor, it's all about Julian and Matthew, I think that Matthew brought a lot of sense of humor in the film, and Julian too, and it's hard when you, when you see a film, it's so hard to point who did that and that and that. A film is a group of people who get along well or bad, but do something together and create something. And it's that's why I'm so proud of this film, because we work together, and it's everything. There's no post-prod. Like, for example, the fly scene on the nose was real fly, and it was so crazy that day. There were a guy with his bottle of fly, and the fly were sleeping in a bottle, and we had to put them on his nose and pray for the fly just waking up and so. But not too early, because, you know, it was bizarre. Everything was like that. Like Julian put glasses on the lens sometimes, try different things. So it was really experimental film, and it becomes so. For me, it's a popular film. For me, everybody can see that film. It's not an underground intellectual film. It's such a heart film. Like, for everybody.